So my name is Christian Lopez. I'm an atheist white man named Christian Lopez. Does anybody else think anything about that shit? But you know what? It's just because we have this expectation here in LA, like if you're Lopez, you're supposed to be brown and shit. It's just old-timey racism. And this is a young, hip, West Hollywood crowd. I don't need to tell you guys that racism is stupid. But it's stupid not because what you think. Hate's needed in this country. I think we should agree on that. Like, I'll give you an example. I've been smoking weed since 1991.
Woo! Yeah.
I fucking hate stoners so fucking much, man. Oh my god, especially like the 20-year-old stoners who just started like 2 years ago and shit. Like, if you've been smoking since dispensaries have been open, fuck you. But like, you know, people are like, no man, no, listen to this, dig this, man. Did you know, did you really know that the Constitution, it's like made out of hemp paper, but the government and the Illuminati made it illegal? Well, professor, shut the fuck up and just pass that shit. That's the downside of being a stoner. You smoke with anybody. I really hate people who don't cuss. When you stub your toe, the correct response is motherfucker. Not oh fiddly, that hurt. People get offended by cussing. You know who is famous for not cussing? Has routines about it and everything? Is fucking Bill Cosby. Think about it. And we know that he did it. He was been telling us for years, like his little dance that he used to do on the Cosby Show. Before your muscles give out after you've been given massive amounts of drugs, that's probably what the fuck that is. That's like this Carol Burnett, you know, tug on the ear to mom. Just letting you guys know. But I don't mean to be all negative. Like, my favorite thing in the world about Adolf Hitler.
Oh God.
He was a vegetarian and a dog lover. Think about that for like 2 seconds. Hitler was a dog-loving vegetarian. That sounds like everybody in Santa Monica done it. Like if Hitler was alive, he would shop at Whole Foods for his organic coffee and shit. Like, is this coffee fair trade? I need a good cup of Joe before I go to my yoga. Because he'd be the guy that makes sure, not that like he does yoga, there's nothing wrong with that, but he'd be the guy to make sure you know he does yoga. The disingenuous motherfucker with the coexist shit, but it still cuts you off in traffic. Fuckhead. Oh man. The thing that I don't like about dog lovers though is like, here's the thing, I'm not the bastard son of Mike Vick and Cruella DeVille or anything, but I'm just not a dog guy. And you're looked at like you're damn near a pedophile when you say that to people here in LA. It's just, the little fucker does ass to mouth, and I'm the weirdo because I don't want it licking my fucking face. You know? And when you go on and on and on about what a good person you are because you rescued a fucking dog, you did that for you. Don't act like you're a humanitarian. You did that shit for you. You want to be a good person? You want to be a good liberal? Adopt a homeless person. Alright? Well, this is Brett. We found him downtown. He's a mutt. He's half schizophrenic and half heroin addict. But we love him. I mean, really, who rescued who? We take him to brunch and he sits there just by our side. He eats all our scraps and our leftovers. He gets us change and shit.
Yeah.
Man. But you know what? It's really easy to stand up here and talk shit on other people. But the old saying is true. When you put out a lot of hate in this world, it means you've got a lot of hate inside. And you know what? I'll say it. There's times where I get down on myself. I don't like myself. And I wish that I was somebody else a lot of times. Not like you would think. Not like some big dick rock star or anything like that. But like, if I could be a woman, I think my life might be better. Because as it stands right now, when I masturbate, I give a fat, gross guy a hand job. And that's just not cool. Or like, you know, if I was retarded, and I mean like, not partially like Corky from fucking Life Goes On and shit, but full-blown, fucking, you're 2 years old for the rest of your life, retarded. Like keys dangling when you're 87 years old still fascinates the fuck out of you. Do you know how much money I would have saved on drugs and alcohol? Jesus fucking Christ, man, I would have saved so much money. Or like, if I was paralyzed, I think my life would be a lot better than it is now. Well, you get free parking. You get telethons in your honor. And society doesn't look down on you when you get a hooker when you're paralyzed. No, it's called a sex surrogate then. You know, I'm just a fucking creepy fat guy who never had game and shit, and I'm looked down on by society. So I get on one of those websites and shit, I call a lady over, we agree a price, she comes over, knock on the door. Oh, hey, thanks for coming, that's awesome, I got your cash, just come on in. And she looks at me, she's like, no, this isn't gonna happen today. What? No, I'm sorry, I'm going. Fucking rejected by a hooker. That's like getting rejected by a Big Mac and shit, you know? That's some bullshit right there. But you know what? Being down in my life, there are times where I wish I wasn't an atheist. Where I could believe in God, because there's a solace that I just don't have in my life that religious people have, you know? It's just for me, I see the world as all being fucked up, and he was supposed to have made everything in perfectly in his image. Why is it so fucked up? Wars, babies dying and shit, racial injustice, the weather changing. What the fuck? That's a pretty shitty creator right there. And he was a carpenter too. Would you let this guy build your house? Put a fucking roof on for you? He probably gets busted by Adam Carolla. Well, like I said, I do wish that I was religious sometimes, because I know that when I would be down and out, I could look inside and know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that Jesus Christ loved us so much.
Yes.
He died for our sins. He was nailed to the cross. And if that was true, he would masturbate like this. And that is just a great thought. All right, thanks a lot, guys. You've been great.